This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be RoyaL and Killer here on Polypoid, an excellent long macro TVZ for you today. It's going to be an RGB replay. Bottom right, it's going to be RoyaL, a recent ASL champion. And in the bottom left, it is Killer. He is our blue Zerg today. So red versus blue here on Polypoid. Is it going to be a rush? Is it going to be a proxy of some kind to open up this match? We will see. What the build orders are. Terry the Overlord scouting out the correct direction. Very, very good, Terry. Got Terry the Overlord merch at falconpaladin.store. And yeah, so it's a TVZ, the most popular matchup on my channel, according to the metrics. I think it's because it reminds people of Starship Troopers. Alright, so walling off with the supply depot here, just indicating we're going to go SK Terran, and looks like it's going to be hatch first on this giant forward player map from Killer, but could be an overpool. Second Overlord on the way. Man, honestly, whenever I cast StarCraft, whenever I watch a VOD, I mean, it's a little bit different when I'm watching VODs because the music isn't as loud as in my own casts. But, ooh, okay. So sending out one for a hatch first, and the other drone's going to be for a scouter. Anyway, yeah, just checking to see if there's not Marines or, like, SCVs coming in here or something. It makes me want to play the campaign every time, man. The music is timeless. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. It makes me want to go through the campaign, even if, like in StarCraft 1 before Brood War, all of the mineral placements are horrendous and, like, offensive to anybody who has been watching StarCraft for a long time, right? They're just terrible. They're like, okay, so, like, here's your base, and there are minerals, like, here. And maybe they kind of go down a little bit or this way. And you're like, how am I supposed, what is this? They just had no concept. And then they're like, here's your Vespene gas over here. And you're like, but it doesn't make any sense. They didn't understand. Oh, this drone is not a scouting drone. This is a 3 hatch before pool opening from Killer. Are you crazy? He's crazy. He's getting away with it too. I mean, okay, in fairness. Okay, but maybe you could, okay, now we can see the command center. In fairness, he can now see the command center and he knows he can get away with it. But dude, what if this was a 2 racks opening? What if this was 2 racks, come down here, throw down a bunker, and your pool is now this is an extractor into pool, I think. Or pool into, it's very close. Either way. Killer. I mean, the only saving grace here from RoyaL is that he's going for a pretty macro opening himself. He's just now getting his gas. His second base is finishing here pretty darn early. So he's going to be okay, just dealing with the macro potential here of the Zerg player. This is amazing. 3 hatches before pool. I mean, I don't necessarily, what do you want to call it, right? It's 2 expansions before pool. But I like to call it 3 hatch before pool because it sounds like more, because he has 3 hatches on the way before he starts his pool. One of them's already done. It's right here. This is crazy. So pool finishes. Killer's like, we could just go to lair. Who needs lings? Who needs any Zerglings at all? I'm just going for a lair. You can see it, though, right? You can see this Marine just hanging out. We're not pushing out. We're not pressuring. Dude, Killer is getting away with some insane macro. He made 1 set of lings. He's like, you know what? Let's not get too greedy. Let's get 1 set of lings, just in case a Marine shows up. I mean, we could use it for scouting. This is amazing. Another barracks, yeah. And that academy tells us everything we need to know here, right? Also, the early engineering bay with the +1 attack. So there's a timing attack in the future here from Killer, but dude is on fire economically. This 3rd hatch is incredible. He's making a Hydroden at his 3rd base that RoyaL does not know exists. This is not a good opening for RoyaL. I'm not feeling good about it for him. He's got medics out, which is great. He's going to have +1 attack and stim here pretty soon, which is also nice. He's throwing down 3 additional barracks. As you do. And he gets a scan off And he scans and sees that there is a spire starting at 450 and says, okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and have turrets ready. My engineering bay has been done for a while now. Not a problem. Comsat stationing inside his main base too. 2 comsats for consistent scanning against things like lurkers and for scouting is great. I don't know about you needing this creep. Like, you've got Lings out here, you've got an Overlord here, you know what's going on. If you see a big move out, then yeah, you definitely can throw down some creep colonies. You know it's not vultures because you see the wall off of the supply depots here, so I don't know what's going on. He doesn't need it. Oh, and then a 5-minute Queen's Nest with Lurker Aspect. 5-minute Queen's Nest. Plus he's going to go ahead. Oh, he does scan the 3rd base, though. It's a great scan from Killer, or from RoyaL against Killer. Is this fast Ultra? Is that what this is? Maybe just getting a really fast Defiler Mound. I mean, he has got to fire up a hive as soon as this thing finishes, right? Unless you're just going Queens. Unless you just straight up getting Ensnare to help deal with this Marine Ball. It does slow their movement and their attack speed, which is super rad. But no, he's just going hive. This is a 6-minute and 15-second hive timing. Can you get a hive up this fast? Maybe. Okay, so now you need some Sunkens. Let's maybe get another one here, too. I'd feel better about this from Killer if he had 3 Sunkens. There's the scan. Says, 2 Sunkens, huh? Maybe we can handle 2 Sunkens. Marine count is pretty hefty, and they've got Stim and +1 attack. Oh, yeah. You can go for it. Oh, but then there are 2 Lurkers? Okay, 2 Lurkers plus the 2 Sunkens. 1 Lurker dies. They are target firing the Lurks, but the Sunkens are powing their way through this Marine count. Yeah, that's, okay. That's why he felt okay about it. Because he realized he got some Lurkers out just in the gosh darn nick of time. Lurkers at the top of the ramp here, too. It's entirely unbustable. Right? You show up with Marines and medics, and you're like, oh, well, let's get some science vessels out, maybe a couple siege tanks. Then we can bust that ramp. Looks like not necessarily going to go for tanks. Nope. This is just all she wrote to SK Terran, man. Without a doubt. A couple Scourge up to deal with potential drops, but this Overlord's keeping an eye on that. Hive finishes, and what are we going to do? What are we going to build? Ultralisk Cavern? You're going to build a Defiler Mound? Porque no los dos? Defiler Mound. Okay. And Evolution Chamber. Okay. You know what? I do like fast Ultras in this matchup. It's pretty fun. But man, having Defilers out as fast as ergly possible is an incredible, incredible experience. It's like, okay, 2 Sunkens and 1 Lurker this time. This Lurker's already super injured. So he didn't even make any Mutalisks. Wow, Killer. I'm on board. I'm liking this quite a bit. I don't know what these drones are trying to do. Are you guys trying to build Sunkens? Are you... What's the play here, guys? Why are there drones hanging out up here? It's 47 SCVs to 38 drones. Nidus Canal for quick reinforcement up to the top side if you want to do that. Dropships are on the way from RoyaL. He's moving Marines up to see what's going on out there. Okay, but seriously. Okay, these drones are just going to work. They got rallied over here because that's what the rally was set for this hatchery, and then they just didn't get put to work there. So we're stacking 3 Lurkers, top of the ramp. Again, not bustable until Irradiate is out, or at the very least science vessels are flying around. Metabolic Boost and Consume on the way at the same time. There's no... And then I guess we'll get Adrenal, now that this hive is done, but after Metabolic Boost, which is hilarious. There's a skin just out here. Here, look, it's an Overlord. Neat. Neato completo. Ooh, he is doing the Spider Mind thing. No, he's not transitioning into mech. No way. No way. He's just like, he's doing the thing where you have a factory and you might as well use it to make vultures, give him Spider Minds, and throw them all over the map as long as you're SK Terraning. Is it officially SK Terran if you're also using vultures? I don't know. I kind of feel like it doesn't hurt anything, right? 3rd Command Center on the way from RoyaL, kind of setting up for maybe a 4th one over here, too. He's like, dang, Killer. Oh, my gosh. Killer's expanding top right? You madman. Killer is feeling his oats today, but based on where this line is moving across the minimap, I don't think this is going to happen. Look at this. Double expand. Double expand from RoyaL. This is great. is really good. And yeah, I really don't know what this attempt was from Killer. It was silly. Just expand here. Okay, first Vulture died. Yeah, cancel this. Ah, you thought you could... Oh, he does. He cancels it, runs the drone. Gonna use the money to maybe put a hatchery here. Not a bad idea. I just... Whatever, man. Just take this base. Killer's kind of feeling his oats right now. Spider mines are out. An Ultralisk Cavern is on the way. Royal's like, so Killer's not making an army necessarily. He's really just turtling up right now. So tell you what. Yeah, let's double expand. Love that for him. I like it a lot. Adrenal's getting started for these Lings. They've got speed and +1 Carapace, +1 attack is on the way. Defilers are on the way. Consume is done. Plague is almost done. So we've kind of just gone right into super duper late game TVZ here at 10 minutes with this play style from both of these players, actually. Oh, it is a transition into mech. Okay. Royal's like, you know what? I'm feeling mechy today. So he throws up 3 additional factories, lifts off his barracks, sends them off into the wild blue yonder. But the Marines have good upgrades. They got 1-1 and everything. Okay. Never getting 2-2. We're working on vehicle weapon upgrades now. Vehicle weapon upgrades? I don't know. Look, man, so it's going to be 4 bases here for the Zerg, but it is also 4 bases for our meching Terran player. The cost efficiency of mech Terran against Zerg is through the roof. So this is not a good position. Killer was doing awesome. I'd love to see him take this base here on Polypoid. Vulture count suddenly big and hefty. Ultralisks not on the way, but Gamete Myos is coming in. Oh, you know what that means. He sniffed out the mech and he's going to try to go Queens. Oh, man. Falcon Paladin fans know how they feel about Queens in this matchup. We've seen a bunch of wins with Queens against mech, but it is not very common. It is maybe 1 in 10 times we see it attempted. It works for the Zerg. Just because he's getting Gamete Meiosis doesn't mean he's necessarily required to go Queens. You can get the upgrade and not worry about going Queens, but I don't know. It really seems like it's a tell. Top right, Royal taking a 5th base. He's just kind of splitting the map in half. Look at this. Spider mines down the middle, groups of Marines, engineering bay, Vultures up top, Spider mines everywhere. He's like, look, you can have this, Killer, but I'm taking my half of the map. And if I take half of the map and you take half of the map and I'm playing mech, you're gonna lose, muchacho. There it is. It's 8 Queens on the way. All right. Well, ow. Spider mines. That's what the Lings are here for. The Lings are here specifically for the purpose of clearing out those spider mines with their little bodies. They are not free, but they are cheap. And cheap is good enough in that situation. So he's trying to send some Overlords out to kind of get some vision up, but there are enough Marines remaining that you can't just do that. That's a dead science vessel, but a couple of radiates down there on a Defiler and a Lurker. Nope, just the Defiler. Another science vessel down. Okay, Royal, maybe don't just park your science vessels alone in Nowheresville. Ah, Ling Lurker busting, holding the ramp, plaguing the Vultures. That's awesome. Oh, but man, they sniped that Lurker. That's insane. Vulture bros, you're all very dead. Like, so dead that you're not even trying to run because, ow. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. See, trying to send Overlords out because this is mech. This is Vultures. This is siege tanks. None of this can shoot up. But the Marines are still around, so it's a little hybrid-y. But, I mean, as these Marines die, they're not going to be replaced. Not even close. So there's a scan, sees the Nidus Canal, sees the Ultralisk Cavern, sees the Defiler. You already knew about the Defiler round. Yeah, man. This is going pretty great, I think, for Royal. This whole split the map in half thing's working out great for him. 5 Ultralisks on the way. Chitus plating is done. Anabolic Synthesis is researching. Wraiths on the way for Royal. So he's going to be using, interesting, these starports for Wraiths to a certain extent. You know, using them to kind of hunt down Overlords in the situation is not bad. The Marines can't be everywhere. Killer trying to take a high ground minerals only base here, trying to double expand actually. And then the Ultralisks, don't run into the spider mines, Ultralisks. Oh, another good plague. So using plague against mech is not something we see a lot of. Oh man, that guy. Woo, he just cleared out like 10 spider mines. He's dead now, but he cleared out a lot of spider mines. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And this high ground minerals only base coming in from Killer 2, expanding to the low ground top right spawn. Natural base is RoyaL. He is very committed to taking his half of the map very quickly. 15 minutes, dude. Like, Zerg player, yeah. He's at effectively 6 bases. Oh, that Spider-Mine connection was on a ton of those vultures, but guess what's joining the party? The siege tanks are here. They have +1/+1. Oh, yeah. Ultralisks are at 5 armor, 2 attack. Siege tanks firing away at this hatchery. But yeah, RoyaL's at 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at 6 bases, man. 6 bases. Man, we have not seen a good mech against Ultralisk game in a while on this channel. I know there are queens out there too. I guess we could find where they are. I found them on the mini-map. It's a weird clump of units. That's exactly where queens are if there are queens on the map. Hiding out, as they would do. So, I'm going to say this once and probably a few more times, but the way Zerg player deals with mech is going to be through drops. And you know what? We've seen queens used to good effect on this channel too. Right? So, but it's kind of like a queens and a drops thing. And in the most recent win we've seen with queens against mech, it's been Queen Hydra. Less Queen Ultra. Intriguingly, I don't know about this, but these Ultras do manage to slip right on by and get up into this top right where there are additional factories being produced. This Ultralisk doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He's contemplating his options here. Should I go after that siege tank? Should I stand next to my buddy who's irradiated? Should we stand next to each other? See, this, she just absolutely multiplies the damage these Ultralisks are taking because they're hugging so much, and they might actually both die. It's really sad to see this. Anyway, oh my, no. No! He sends Cloaked Wraiths in, finds the Queen Ball, and summarily executes them for crimes against Terran kind. I cannot believe this move. Oh my gosh. All the queens just died. Okay, this one's alive. Hold on. There are more queens here. They got the one. More queens are being made, but that is the most wholesale execution of queens that I have seen in a long time, if ever, on this channel. Ultras trying to roll into siege tank positions that are just not working out for them. This barracks providing scouting of what's going on. Scourge are out there hunting for these Wraith balls. So, something like, I don't know, 7 or 8 queens have died without getting a single spawn broodling off. That is some incredible cost inefficiency. I am flabbergasted by RoyaL's move there. I've never seen that before. I can't believe these Scourge are finding anything. What? They're connected on a dropship and killed a science vessel. That's pretty good. Yo! Alright, well, we're just using vultures like we do in TVP. Just running around, sniping down cannons and other static defense. Killing workers, as you must. There's a vulture drop here inside the main base that has killed a ton of drones. By that I mean maybe like 7 or 8. Something like that. There weren't a lot of drones here in the first place. It's the main base, but, yeah, good drop, though. How did he sneak this in here? There are Scourge in this base. Beats me. No idea. Both players maxed out. Killer's got a pretty decent bang. Okay, here we go. Here come the queens. But the Ultras are going to be dead by the time the queens engage with anything. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, I mean, what was that? Like 4 or 5 tanks down. Not bad. Friendly fire tank splash kills another one. And another one goes down to friendly fire tank splash. Okay. That was good. And a bunch of the queens made it out too. Again, one of the goals here of queens is not to go in there and spawn broodling and die. You want to get in there, spawn broodling, and stay alive for another round. You're too expensive just to die. Gosh, this Cloaked Wraith hit squad that RoyaL has been investing so much into. Finds another queen. Finds another queen. 2 volleying down queens. No big deal. He's like, I'm not worried about these hiders or these spores. He just kills every single queen. Remember when I just said your goal as a queen is to spawn broodling and stay alive? Not working out. Killer taking the 12 o'clock base, which he needs to do to give himself any kind of an economic advantage here against this meching Terran Royal who has split the map in half and is utterly countering this queen strategy in a way that I've not seen before. I've seen Valkyries hunting, yes. Oh, here he goes. Man, he's investing more. Well, it's more queens, guys. You know what? Queens do, or spawn broodlings do benefit from the upgrades that you give to ground units, ground melee. So they get armor and attack upgrade, which is pretty sweet. I'm surprised that RoyaL hasn't expanded down here. He's been kind of sitting on it for a while. Killer forcing a liftoff at this high ground mineral base. I don't know. These ultras don't seem like... Okay, I was going to say, don't seem like they're being controlled very effectively, but nah, this is all right. Pulling back when necessary, waiting for Dark Swarms to engage. I love these wraiths just attacking ultras. I killed those ultras, they say, but also there's like 5 siege tanks back here. And by that I mean 6 siege tanks back here. 12 o'clock base of Killer exists, but whatever. Oh my gosh, Killer's continuing to invest in these queens, man. I don't know. I don't know. After losing that many queens, isn't it just kind of a bad omen? Something along those lines. So it's ultras, it's lurkers, it's defilers, it's queens. It's a lot of stuff here from Killer. He's not really set on any single type strategy. I guess it's no mutalisks. That's one thing he's doing. Yeah, interesting though. Lurkers and Dark Swarm getting stuff done. Mech upgrades are at 2-2. Let's take a look here. Ultralisks are at full upgrades. How my Hydra boys doing? Hydras. Any Hydras I can click on? Any Lurkers I can click on? Yes. 3-1 there. So attack upgrades for the Hydras and Lurkers are a little bit lagging behind, which makes sense because we did see the melee upgrades coming in first. I don't think these are dropper lords. I think this is just trying to get a fix on what exactly we're dealing with over here, and it's a lot of 2-2 siege tanks, man. That's what we are getting a fix on right now. Vehicle plating upgrade, vehicle weapon upgrade for 3-3, just about done here. Ensnare's on the way. Alright, cool. Killer's decided that Ensnare would be nice to have. Okay, but look. Ooh, nice plague on those wraiths, though. Sick plague. And the queens try to come in and not get sniped out of the sky by the... Look at these guys can't even engage. Oh my gosh, these wraith... The wraith hit squads, they keep dying too, in all fairness, but then they keep getting replaced. But man, the number of games that I've cast on this channel, I know I've said on this channel like 8 times today, but bear with me, where it's Lings and Ultras running across an open field into a bunch of siege tanks with +3 attack, and things go poorly for them is a lot. I feel like I've done this a bunch. You need the queen support, you need drops. You need to do stuff that prevents your units from taking damage while crossing the open space between your side of the map and the enemy side of the map. That's all. Looks like Killer... Okay, Killer can win this game if he can hold on to the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock. But here comes a bunch of mech. And this is probably a canceled hatch. And here come 2 siege tanks to maybe shut down this 12 o'clock base too. Can they do it? I don't know. It doesn't seem like enough. Really. Just especially, I don't know, 2 siege tanks at this stage of the game can be dealt with, I guess. And in fact, they are dealt with quite nicely by these hiders who still have the +1 attack. Spawn Broodling, getting some connections down. And Ensnare, catching some of his own Broodlings in the friendly fire splash. This is a weird game, man. It's always a weird game. Nice plague. Nice plague on those wrists. Oh, they got plagued and they got ensnared. It's Christmas time. For these wraiths, they're slow, they're dying. Oh, but it's so pretty to look at. Look at how amazing that is. I'm gonna have to make that a short. Look at it. Jingle bells, jingle bells. All right. So yes, 6 o'clock base is canceled. Killer loses that, but he is hanging on to the 12 o'clock, so that's good. But economically, I don't know. Has he lost too many queens for this to even make any sense for him economically? He just keeps running across Polypoid's open spaces, and he is actually sort of closing the distance on the tanks this time. But also not really. Were those Hydras protected by Dark Swarm? Yeah, by everything but the splash. Ooh, this base does die. Killer does wipe it out. That's a big deal. What is this tank doing? Why is he on a solo mission? I don't know, but he's extremely dead against fully upgraded Cracklings doing their thing, man. 22 Hydras on the way. Okay, so Killer is doing more of a Hydra play. Hydra Ultra Ling Defiler. Hey, some of the remaining Marines are here. They still have the 1-1. Now that RoyaL has 3-3 for his ground mech units, he's working on ship weapons and ship plating. Might as well give these Wraiths more of a fighting chance when fighting against these Hydralisks, which is not something they like to do. Again, we're just investing more into Queens, man. That's it. We're working on... Hey, Ventral Sacks at 25 minutes is something Killer is doing. So that's nice. Although that means he doesn't have it now, which is a bit of a problem. What? Oh, gosh. More Spawn Broodling. Good ensnare. It allows the Queens to run. Woo! Several more tanks die. Get him. Get him. Take him down. Ah, couldn't do it. The armor was too tough to chew through, even for +3 Broodlings. But seriously, hit the like button if you're enjoying this game. This is bonkers. This might get a weird fun tag just for the ensnare usage alone. For the way these Wraith hit squads have been hunting Queens. It's beautiful. It is beautiful to behold. Look at these Wraiths. RoyaL's using the entire arsenal of the Terran forces to do what needs to be done against what Killer's throwing at him, and he's doing it very well. Killer does overrun this high ground mineral base. Ooh, gets deep into this low ground top right natural base of RoyaL. Hydra's trying to hold off the tanks. This is actually looking okay from Killer. He's doing some work. He's at 8,000 minerals and 400 gas. Now, gas is going to be the big thing here, right? Because Masslings are probably not going to do this. Look at this combination of Cracklings and Broodlings going after SCVs. Get up here, guys. They're trying to focus down this command center. I don't agree with that choice. Don't go for the non-guaranteed damage, but also these are Cracklings. Mind you. Oh my gosh, they're going to get it. 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 No! 20 HP. 20 HP and that command center lives. Repair is good, man. Killer trying to get in there and finish it off, but no, he's running into this repositioning of these tanks. Hydra's well microed to get on top of those tanks inside their minimum attack range. Hydra's fighting Wraiths kind of when they can. Yo. I mean, Killer's mineral bank is immense right now. Immense. It's just the gas is the problem, right? You can make a million Zerglings with spider mines and vultures and siege tanks firing at him from a distance. I don't know. See how fast Lings die. You can run away from them. You can kill 20 of them with a spider mine. This tank survives because he pulls back to his friends. Nicely done. More Lings are here. 17 Hydras get produced from Killer. This is scraptastic. For 28 minutes into a ZVT, this is really scraptastic, man. The mech boss. We don't see the mech as much on this channel anymore. But, you know, it's still got its place. It's still got its place, man. RoyaL is still making this thing work. In our current decade. We're doing drops. Falcon's happy with that on some level. Man. Like, did he just miss on a spawn broodling? What the heck was that? I don't know what that was. Man, this guy's getting executed by broodlings. That never happens. This is definitely a weird, fun game. 150 to 132 supply in favor of the Zerg. Spider mines. Not trying to pin these tanks against the wall to kill them, but These tanks are being slippery. They're not allowing themselves to get pinned, and that's exactly how you stay alive against Zerglings, is don't let them surround you. That's all they want to do. Can't believe this base is alive. It's on fire, but it's alive. I can't believe this base is alive either, actually. Man, so we're adding some Goliaths in the mix here to help deal with the Queens. I mean, I think the Wraiths are doing a pretty good job. Man, that Queen just wanted to die. So we take out one of the tanks, bring the Lings and the Ultras in. Irradiate goes down on the Ultralisk. Lings trying to focus down individual tanks here. Friendly fire tank splash. Not enough to take that tank down. The upgrades are helping immensely. At this stage of the game, more Queens are being produced from Killer. I cannot believe his commitment to Queens here today. I just don't know if they're paying for themselves is the problem. Oh, and a siege tank wandered over and killed the 12 o'clock base. I assume there was more than that. But this base is dead, and Killer doesn't really seem to have a way to deal with it. Dude, just like send 6 Lings in. You can do it. You can do it. EMP's on the way. We don't see EMP in this matchup very much, but it's got to be to try to EMP the Queens. RoyaL has lost way too many tanks to those Queens to feel good about it. Spider Mines connecting. As they usually do. Killer on the move. Ugh. The Hydras have free attack yet? They certainly do. See, they can fight with science vessels. It's great. Ling Hydra against Goliath is actually pretty awesome. The siege tanks were causing problems from the south there, really helping those Goliaths out. 140 to 149 supply now. RoyaL is up. That 12 o'clock base does not exist for Killer. He's long distance mining from it. He doesn't have the 6 o'clock, not even close. He's trying. Oh, they target fired the drone. They target fired the drone, man. And then Vultures. Man, RoyaL's response time was so quick on that. This is looking tough for Killer all of a sudden. He's got 81 gas after firing up 3 Ultralisks, and he's like, oh, can't keep making a lot of Ultralisks anymore. Queens march in again. Catch and irradiates. Oh. These two don't have enough energy to go for an irradiate or spawn broodling yet. These guys need to get out of here, and they're not. Good Dark Swarm attack here, though. I don't know if these Queens... No, you spawn broodling, go! No, you're just going to die instead. Okay, you spawn broodling. You're just going to run away. That's all right, too, I guess. Running away is probably preferable to sticking around and dying. I'd love to see a drop up here, but this missile turret line is pretty formidable, and I understand. RoyaL does not have any kind of a mineral bank here, but his gas is about the same as Killer's. Killer's making 1 Ultralisk and 14 sets of Cracklings, which is a lot of Cracklings, yes. But once again, he's just burning through gas. Burning through gas. He's good. That's going to expire soon. This one's already depleted. That one's depleted. That one's we already looked at. Obviously, these are depleted. Yeah, man. He needs gas. This strategy he's going for with Queens and Hydras and Ultras, he definitely needs gas. And not having this 12 o'clock or the 6 o'clock geysers is killing him on gas. RoyaL's doing an amazing job spending his money, by the way. And this is why Hydras are a little bit more popular in mech these days. They can clear out Spider Mines pretty easily. They're great against science vessels. If there are any Wraiths running around, the Hydras are great against those too. It's just then, you know, where are the tanks? Because the tanks are the answer to the Hydralisk. I don't know about this, Killer. You're kind of forcing an engagement into the majority of RoyaL's army. Lings at the front, Hydras at the back, Ultralisk trying to tank as much damage and do a bunch of damage as they can, but they are all dead. And the retreating Hydras do not make it out. It is 160 to 110 supply in favor of RoyaL now. And yeah, just this complete lack of 12 o'clock. Well, this tank is finally getting killed. He's going to die with 10 kills. He's definitely a satisfied tank commander at that point. 6 o'clock base, no. 12 o'clock base, also no. It's sometimes StarCraft is a simple game, man. Killer's throwing everything he can at this meching Terran player, but if he doesn't have a better income, then how's he supposed to win? The cost efficiency of these spider mines and these siege tanks is everything. All of the things. I really feel like RoyaL's entire goal here today has been hold your half of the map. When the Zerg comes for you, deal with it. There's no real reason to push out. Just make sure that 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock remain unoccupied, or at best we try to take them, and that's it. That's the game plan. Make sure we have something to deal with the queens that Killer is obviously in love with today as he's building yet another queen at 35 minutes. Man, this might be I don't know if it's the single highest number of queens I've seen produced in a game ever. It's close, though. It has got to be like top 5. This is a lot of queens. Specifically because they keep dying and getting replaced, right? 162 to 106 supply. Now Killer's being a little bit more circumspect with his units. He's not just full sending them into this position anymore. No sirree, Bob. This is reminding me of the Snow versus Larva game on this map that I posted a couple days ago. If you watch that map, you know why. But, okay, so look who's taking the 12 o'clock. RoyaL's like, yeah, this is mine now. This is mine. You can't have this. Not even close. I'm sorry, sir. Killer's under 100 supply. Oh, just went above it, making 11 sets of lings and 6 Hydralisks. But once we get tanks on this high ground position, breaking this with lings and Hydras is going to be impossible. Killer, oh my gosh, Killer, no. Killer, no. Killer, there's a siege tank here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that's a big splash. Splasher Rooney. And these, okay. These vultures are like, just to make sure nobody makes it out alive, we're going to show up. Yeah, it's a 23 kill siege tank. Weeds trying to thin these tanks out, and the wings came bustling in. Hang on. Okay. Look, those tanks, man. Cracklings are good, but +3 armor siege tanks are tanks. As they should be. Clears it out. 150 to 95 supply. I mean, that's it. That's a GG. Killer's like, I'm done. I got nothing left, and RoyaL is our winner here in 37 minutes and 10 seconds. What a woof. What an incredible display. Incredible display of how to play TVZ, man. Great mech, wraiths, tanks, spider mines, Goliaths with Charon boost, 3/3 upgrades. And yeah, economic win here, as mech likes to do. Terran fans are happy. Mech win against Zerg here today, against Queens with Ensnare. Incredible, amazing stuff here from RoyaL. Transitioning to mech just so seamlessly, not getting caught out during the transition. And yeah, just cut the map in half. And you'll win against Zerg, even a Zerg as good as Killer is. How many units died for Zerg today? I want to say over 1,000, man. Let's check it out. Let's take a look real quick. So total score 422 to 402 in favor of RoyaL. He outproduced by about 400 units, got killed by, my gosh, like 700 units here, Killer. Yikes. And then lost 1,200 Zerg units. Yeah, that'll do. 32 to 9 buildings raised. Killer killed more buildings, but that makes a lot of sense when you're a Zerg player. And he did outspend, but only by about 11,000 resources in 37 minutes. And against a meching player, you just have to do more. Right? You just gotta do more. Against a mech player, you gotta have more cost efficiency. And just didn't. Just simply didn't. So that's a GG, man. That is how to play mech against Zerg. Make Zerg look helpless. RoyaL did today. Not an easy task. Not in this era of StarCraft anyway. And he just showed, you know what? Mech may have fallen out of favor, but it's never completely gone. It will never be completely inviolable in this matchup. And RoyaL just showed us why. Because it can do this. I still think Killer invested a lot of too much into Queens today. Drops I've just seen have been much better in this situation. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but running across open ground into a meching army is terrible. If you instead drop on top of it, even if you're taking hits from missile turrets, it's so much better. Dropping on bases, sneaking drops maybe into the main base, going after the factory count. That kind of stuff's been really effective in this matchup too with his strategy, but he was too late on drops, and that's okay, right? You can't be perfect every game, but I hope Killer learned from this, and RoyaL just played this well, dude. That was awesome. And that's going to be it for me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.